Hello and welcome to another episode of Confessions of a Gamer Girl podcast. I'm your host Doomcutie and we have a full house. What's up, Shaye? I have Shaye with me.
Hello, it is I, Shaye. Yes.
And we have an Ellie.
That is I. Hello, hello.
And we have an incredible, and now I hinted to this in previous episodes when people were like, give us a guess. Flaming hot, Jig of D. She's a useful gremlin in gaming. Welcome to COAGG.
As opposed to the unuseful gremlin I was before this podcast started. Hello, welcome, hi. I wasn't expecting
unuseful was
the
my title
thing to run so quickly, and I was like, So thank you, welcome. So great, and I'm so prepared. Hello.
She really is. She's thoroughly prepared. She's relaxed. She's got snacks. She's got drinks. The perfect podcast.
Not holding back, choking on her liquids that she just sculled.
I'm all about sharing and authenticity here. And this is what you get when you bring me onto a podcast.
Yes.
Here's your cupcakes. You're welcome. I come bearing gifts, please.
You would be the first guest on COAGG to bring a baked good. So well done, gold star.
I'm starting a tradition. Every guest of COAGG must now offer up baked goods as sacrifice, and I feel like I'm getting on a trend here.
I will also accept crocheted goods. As Ellie was presenting, that's fine. I can compromise. I am a really chill person to work with. Baked goods, crocheted goods, either is fine.
I could I could crochet a baked good, not bake
That
a
would be
crochet
so
good.
cute.
That would set on fire.
Hey, either one. If you manage to pull off the first part of that, like bake a crocheted good, you have my undying adoration.
And a burnt down house, which my insurance would not like, but it would be worth it.
I do believe felt is flammable.
Yeah, but would it be like Americans when they do the really intricate tops of their pies?
Ooh, I always want to do that. I simply don't have the hand-eye coordination.
I only accept cash. Just letting everyone know.
Well, hang on. Let me get the pockets. Oh, wait. Sorry. I only carry card. My bad. Sorry,
but
man.
That's what we want to see.
Should I go?
EFT, PayPal. Friends and
damn
family only, though. Don't be giving me those fees.
No.
Anyway, welcome to episode 7. We're almost halfway through the season, which is kind of wild to think about. I feel like we've just been having just a great time every Wednesday, and to be fair, I'm digging it. Definitely. Yes, episode 7. I know. It's absolutely incredible. We've got some regulars in the chat, which is awesome to see. Let's get into it. But before we begin, G of D, why don't you let our lovely listeners and the people who are watching on YouTube live and after the fact, tell us a little bit about what you do and what kind of bridge I dragged you out from under. Going with the gremlin vibe.
It was a mighty one, I dare say. An incredible stone bridge laden with moss and the blood of fellow travelers who have not been able to pass my riddles 3. No, hello, hi, I'm G of D. Also, yeah, this is it. I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate lately. My life is a fantasy game, or so I wish it could be. Hello, yes, I am G of D, also known as Gemma Driscoll. I'm an Australian TV presenter here in the land of Oz. On ABC Gamer and on Good Games Spawn Point on ABC Me. Go watch that. It's very fun. And by day presenter, by night, sometimes voice actor, sometimes cosplayer, sometimes streamer, always gremlin of the chaos variety.
We love to see it. We are collecting ABC gaming women. Okay, so we're number 2 now. So
I thought we were collecting gremlins. Shit, my bad.
No, we're not. No.
I'll scrap the list. No. My bad. Yep, sorry. I'll get right on that.
We're not collecting.
A small squadron.
Are you sure though that we're quite fun? Look at G there, being all useful and such. We're fantastic.
Hello.
No, she's oh my god. See, like, girls, can we just behave?
All right. The derail. It only took me 5 minutes.
Oh, please. We've had, I think we did it when there was no guest as well. So
I was going to say, we can beat that record.
I believe it. I have full faith in you.
We're hardworking women. We got you.
But yes, thank you for having me.
Oh, my goodness me. Look, if you're just listening on Spotify, you're probably like, what kind of drugs are these women on? And quite frankly, it's just gaming and joy. So get into it.
Lack of sleep.
Spite, cupcakes.
Oh, I like Spite and cupcakes.
Is fantastic. Dolphin Pants, this podcast does have rails. I'm desperately trying to hold on to them, mate. All right? So just please stop trying to call me out like that. I don't like
imagining Thomas the Tank Engine, but it's Doom's face and it's terrible.
Exactly.
Get on the train!
There's like a mod Skyrim where they put Thomas the Tank Engine, but it's like
instead of the dragon, but it's Doom.
Oh.
Doom, can we mod you into a game? Asking you not for a friend.
Man, Dolphin Pants has given me some of the finest edits that I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yes, he's essentially part of the wallpaper now since we changed podcast day and time. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm blessed or not. Gee, I must ask. I must ask. How did you get started in this space? Were you always either interested in gaming or performing or hosting? Was it like journalism, or what actually got you into this space?
I have been over the last couple of years, been very I have to check myself when I tell this story, because I used to be like, oh, I just got lucky. But I'm trying to reframe. I didn't get lucky. I worked very hard for it. So I'm trying not to perpetuate that idea. But no, so I wasn't really into gaming much as a kid. I kind of fell into it properly later in life. But I always loved acting. And that was the thing I really wanted to do. I wanted to be a little star. And I kind of pursued acting for a long time. And then graduated high school with a very bad ATAR. Thought my life was essentially over because it'd been drilled into me that if I didn't have a good, didn't have a good score coming out of high school, then I was essentially worthless.
You were going to end up on the street.
Same.
You would never
basically.
Absolutely same.
For transparency, I got a 52. If anyone,
I was lower than that, Gem. So we're fine. Us creatives, the lower you get, the cooler you are.
You're right. I should have
creative. Scale is actually the opposite for creative.
Dude, the only thing that saved my ATAR was my drama and my English subject. That was the only two things that saved me.
Is this, just quickly, ATAR? So I'm either going to age myself or I'm going to tell everybody exactly where I'm from. When I was in school in Queensland, we had an OP. Is ATAR a different state thing or the newer thing?
That's a new, I think that is both possibly a newer thing and a state-based thing. So like Victoria have the, oh my gosh, I should know, that's a presentation for them. Forgot what it's called, but yeah, they have
ATAR. WA has
waste. Still ATAR.
Are you guys still ATAR? I thought you guys had the VO. That's vocational majors. Never mind, that's the vocational.
Why are they not all the same? Why do we have stupid acronyms everywhere? You get
like the UK
Shaye. What?
There's an Australian curriculum, but states still have their own version of that curriculum.
Well, that's how you get America teaching only religion in certain schools, and I just don't know if that's a great idea, you know?
Oh my God, guys.
Not even covering like difference in countries. That's like a whole other like jump. But yes, like I graduated high school and was feeling really kind of just down about my prospects. So I did what anyone does when they're feeling down their prospects. They get into video games and discover a whole other world to explore.
I thought you were going to say join the circus for a second.
with my flexibility, the only thing I'd be doing at the circus is selling the tickets. I have exactly no coordination to speak of besides hand-eye coordination. Thank you, video games and Beat Saber. But yeah, so I started making YouTube videos, just like reviewing my favorite games and kind of talking about them and kind of getting those skills like editing, presenting to camera, script writing, kind of ready because I grew up in the golden age of YouTube. And that was like kind of the closest thing to acting I was going to get that I could see. So I did a couple of like casual jobs. I worked at, Cotton On for a while, then jumped to EB Games, was there for 2 years. And in that 2-year period, Stephen O'Donnell, Barjo, he was leaving Good Game. And it just so happened that kind of worked out in a way that I was informed about that. And they were doing open call for auditions. And I was, a little nerd in Newcastle. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew I had to give it a shot because if you pass this opportunity up, I may as well be like saying goodbye to the chance of a lifetime. And I loved Good Game from like when I was quite young. And so I wrote a review on Horizon Zero Dawn to camera, edited it, sent it off. And that kicked off about a 2-month process, 1 or 2 month process of auditions where it was like, I had to do like a test on camera with the other presenters. I had to write a new review and present it. I had to do an on-camera test for live stream if I could maintain a conversation by myself for 20 minutes, unbroken, clearly not a problem. This mouth does not stop. And I haven't taken a breath in 6 years. And yeah, that was kind of it. After about 2 months, I got the call. I was home by myself and the producer at the time, Elliot Fish, called me and was like, hey, guess what? Like you're joining the GGSP team. And then I proceeded to scream down the line and like peg the phone and, the usual. And yeah, I've been there. Definitely. Yeah, I've been there ever since. 7 years. This will be my 7th year at the ABC.
Oh, so, I doubt they could say no to you. Like, I think at this point.
I was very, very, very bouncy. Basically, I have stayed the same. People sometimes ask like if my on-camera personality is any different from my real life one. And the only difference really is the volume. That's about it. Everything else stays essentially the same.
Yeah,
it do be like that.
That was me.
I have like the most probably prominent thing that I've realized as I've kind of I'm still in my early career, like I'm still kind of unprogramming or reprogramming my mind to realize that careers are often based on not only your passions and your networking and who you know and not necessarily about that number that you got 1 million years ago or
absolutely.
So and I think it's sometimes a little bit hard to get out of that mindset. So and honestly, well done to you for like pulling yourself up and being like, you know what, I'm just gonna do what feels good.
Oh, thank you. No, I did a talk, a couple of talks last year in Melbourne, talking to high school students about the importance of not defining yourself by a number. And I was really happy to be invited to kind of give that presentation because it was like, I just wanted to say all the things that I wish I'd gotten to hear when I was a kid, freaking out, killing myself over like test results. And I want to say everything that I wish young Jem had gotten to hear back then. And it was fantastic. Like it was such a rewarding experience. And I hope the kids got something out of it too, because it was just so much fun. And yeah, there's so much more beyond the number game. And I wish we weren't so programmed to believe that's the one and only measure of success. But yeah, here we are, still trying, still kicking every day.
I do hope that has changed because I definitely agree with you, Jem, that it is really hard, especially for creatives, which a lot of gamers are, I find. A lot of gamers are quite creative. And in high school, I do think that it's tailored to a lot of academics. So, you know, your maths, your English, your sciences, they are very tailored in regards to whatever you have, obviously your ATARs or your HSCs or whatever. It's very tailored to that with your leveling up. Oh, there's the gamer in me. With your,
hey.
With getting
I'd
like higher
that,
scores.
To be honest.
Well, yeah. And I was that sort of kid. Like, I wish they had that, but I got drilled into me when I was 15. Pick a career. And I was like,
my God, yes. Like,
but I'm
how? I'm a child.
Let the bag of hormones choose what they want to do for the rest of
their
lives.
Firing yet.
There's like 4 different careers I wanted. I wanted to be an author, and then I wanted to be an actor, and then I wanted to go and do journalism.
But don't pick anything in art, because if it's fun, you don't make money. Sorry,
that's it. And I got told several times by family that, like, older family, that like, oh, I wanted to be an actor. Pfft, all right, what about a real job? There was nothing to do with being in front of a camera that would ever be like worth it. And as a creative, I just got shot down and down and down. And when I got my ATAR, which was disgustingly low, I actually went overseas to study for uni, because no university would accept me here because my ATAR was so low. And it was because I mainly did creative subjects. And then I came back home with, because I moved to America with flawless scores from America. And then a bunch of unis wanted me. So it's actually really cool that that you went and spoke to those kids, because I hope that there was some kids there that were like, heck yeah. I'm grateful to actually hear that, because genuinely screw the numbers. From where you go from A to B, it's like most of the time it doesn't even matter. So
honestly,
that's the future.
Yeah.
As somebody who educates gamers now, so obviously I lecture in game design and animation, it hasn't changed. It is still dramatically drilled into people that if you don't get a good score, whatever that may be, you are going to fail at life. It is horrendous. So people get to me and they're used to this really almost prison-like structure of education, and then they get to me and they're like, can I go to the bathroom? And I'm like, you're a fucking adult, my dude. I don't give a shit if you go run a marathon. Just close the door quietly. Thank you.
Sometimes I still, I'm like, can I... Wait, hang on, I'm 26.
And like they're chucking their hand up. I'm like, this is a discussion. This is not. And it's really unfortunate to see, because you can, part of the first try students, the students you get fresh from high school, it's building their confidence. It's reminding them that being creative is not a dead end, like straight up. And you've got parents coming in. Some of them are fantastic. They're lovely and supportive. Some of them are coming in going, so do you just teach my kid to play games? I don't know why they want to be here. Is it just sort of like babysitting? Like I'm sitting there, right? I have like, and oh my God. And much like you guys in high school, obviously I was a creative little nerd. I didn't do my OP. I straight up didn't do it because they didn't have art subjects. And I was like, okay, do I want to do this OP? And I never thought I'd actually get to go to uni. I didn't live in a particularly stable environment, and uni did not look like an option for me. So I was like, do I want to stress my ass out for this number that doesn't matter when I'm literally battling just to not be homeless, or do I want to just do my stupid art subjects and it should be okay? So anyway, I'm now finishing off my master's and I'm a senior lecturer. That number doesn't mean anything.
Amazing. Yeah.
Like, that's stupid number.
I think, and this is like a this is a like blue sky through anything at the wall kind of thing I know, and I've got no answers or ways to fix it, but I wish there was more support for all like walks of life, both academic and creative and the mix in between, like to support young minds who are growing and developing into this world, who want to pursue things so they can kind of pick and choose and not feel like they'll invest 7 years into a thing, then realize they hate it. Like, I wish there was more security and foundation for everyone to be able to explore your creative potential and your academic potential without the worry of being burdened by, again, it's student loans and stuff like that. Like, I wish that was something that we had access to, but the way it currently is, obviously, that's very heated discussion.
On the positive side, you have podcasts like this. So obviously we're not sitting here giving you education advice, guys. Please don't take it like that.
Oh, you don't do decisions.
None of this is like advice.
No.
Think of this place like the Mythbusters workshop.
Yeah,
everything
like,
here is tried and tested by professionals.
We will we'll tell you our experiences, but we cannot guarantee yours. But that being said, having people come in like Dee, for example, and Doom talking about their pathway and Ellie talking about their pathway, it's fantastic because you can look at these people, we can look at us and go, oh, it's not impossible. It's hard, but so is everything else. Yeah. And would it actually be enjoyable if it wasn't?
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree. And this is, this is the point of the podcast. There's a lot of women in gaming working in many different spaces in gaming. And I think I've said this so many times, like this, I want to amplify those voices. I want to know, like, what was the hard parts? What was the really amazing parts? What was the surprising parts? Like, and, like, obviously you've been there for 7 years now, and clearly you love it. And I think that, your role has changed. And I think it's the more information that gets out there about how roles in industries change, the better off people will be. And I think, don't just get fixed on, okay, I'm just going to do this one thing for the rest of my life. I'm going to die in this job or like
does
whatever.
That anymore.
That's not.
No one can.
Yeah,
exactly.
No one can.
That's such a boomer mentality of stay in one job, stay there 30 years.
You stay there like 2 to 5, unless you really love it. And then
girly, go where the cash is, go where the passion is. We're not talking about staying somewhere 40 years now and someone rocking up at 19 saying, hey, you got a job going, and they go, yeah, come in on Monday. That's not the culture anymore. You follow your passions, you follow the money. Like, it is what it is these days.
And in the middle, you get a retail job.
That's another thing. Though. It's like the way that our, not to get too doom and gloom about it. Doom. Hey, Doom. But it is also, I have to say when I do this, because I often need to remind myself, it is okay and often necessary to have stability over a passion. Like, a passion's fantastic and you should absolutely follow that as well as you can, but never, ever, 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 ever feel guilty about putting that to one side for a second to survive. Like, that's, if the idea that you're not on the grind set 24/7 is somehow a detriment to you or a failure on your behalf as a creative, get out of there with that mentality. People cannot afford to do that right now.
No.
Like, it's just, it's not healthy and it's not okay. And we shouldn't be perpetuating that kind of idea that you have to be, if you're not doing what you love, you're failing yourself. Yes, it sucks, but sometimes it's also necessary.
Sometimes you just got to eat, man. Like,
sometimes
I'm sorry. You got to eat food.
Lots of people will say to me all the time, like, oh, why do you live where you live? You don't even live near like an EB Games or a JB Hi-Fi. Like, my nearest one's, 2.5 hours away. How do you live? Like, I have Starlink internet. I don't have, that stable internet. And, I can't believe that you live like that. And I'm like, well,
like,
bro, I'm not paying $800. I'm not paying $800 a week rent. Like, that's,
Do they think you live in a cave?
I think I'm not quite sure.
Is this like a background that's fake and you actually live in a cave, but you just have like a really good set?
Look, to be fair, when I lived in Newcastle, people in Sydney would call me rural. I lived in Newcastle.
Really?
And that's rural. Sydney folk were like, oh, that's rural. That's like, oh, you're like in the farms. And I'm like,
sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It is
so out of touch.
Very, very out of touch. But something that I've felt out of touch with in the gaming world at the moment is actual video games. I've been spending my days with my young children. It's school holidays. Look, they're a wild time. They've featured on here a couple of times, much to my dismay. A scream or two. Yeah, it's been wild. So I've been very limited to my gaming. And what I'm allowed to play, because I'm only allowed to play their games. So I'm limited to Power World and Mario Kart. And I mean, you know what? We have a good time, but we end up fighting because and I've said this before. I end up saying, look, you need to read the objectives. My 7-year-old can read. I'm like, babe, you guys are dying.
It's right there.
Read it. It's red. red bad.
Read it.
It's like, boom. Yes. I think you're raising some casuals there, and I'm just not sure about it. Like,
well, come on, whatever.
Come on,
casual. I don't care. I'm not going to.
Drill sergeant on call, ready to go.
I'm like, what did your kids learn today? Oh, we learned the cheats to Power World. What?
Hey, you think I wasn't drilling in the cheats to Sims into this brain at this tender age of
Rosebud.
Motherload.
The noise of the burglar alarm haunts my dreams and waking moments equally.
Just that burglar. Oh no!
I was so annoyed.
From my brain, please.
Before Sims 4, there's no burglars in Sims 4, but I was so annoyed that I was not allowed to commit violence against that burglar. I was like, you are in my Sims house. I swear to God, I will set you on fire. Leave.
You know what? You want to be here?
Jay is
I've
me.
done
my
better
basement.
Sims than
You
you.
live there.
Yeah. Don't deny me the ability to place wall.
Every game, I'm lighting something on fire. Like every game, I'm living my arson dream. And I just want to legally say I do not light things apart from candles or incense on fire in real world.
Yeah.
But there's a reason
Ellie,
why I have a Fortnite tattoo that is the fireflies, because I light shit on fire. Everything that can be lit up.
Team Fortress 2.
She just brightens our lives. You know,
everything's going to be lit up. That's all I got to say.
A past life of Ellie that's oh my gosh, in a past life, Ellie was that meme kid with the head turned as the fire burns in the background.
Oh,
that's it. Tell me that ain't Ellie right there.
Oh my God. You're sitting over there, you 21, and I'm the dog in the middle of the fire. Like, everything's fine. Yeah, everything's good.
Ellie, aside from pyromaniacy, what have you been dabbling in this week?
Well, talking about going back in the day. Well, I went back in the day. You know when you have a craving for a snack? Well, sometimes I have a craving for a game. And I really wanted to play Alien versus Predator. And I've only got that on my Xbox 360. So baby girl went and plugged that shit in.
How did it go?
Yeah.
How did it go?
Let's just say, oh my God, I have great games taste when I was a child. It was so much fun. And the fact that you get 3 games out of 1, I'm sorry, I will forever love the Alien trilogy. I absolutely love the films. I love the games. Everything perfect. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with going back and playing a game that you used to love back in the day instead of, playing something modern and spending like $100 on it. Go back and play what you've already played 16 times, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, and when she says play, she means games, not X's.
Yes. But yeah, it was a good time. Just
like
honestly,
real personal there.
Yeah.
What's happening, babe? You good?
Yeah. You right, dude? You good?
What's happening?
You cool? What's happening there, buddy? Yeah.
Look, this is
why our way out of that.
You guys, this is why we need to monetize, all right? So we can have the subscriber-only episodes, okay?
Where Doom talks about her exes. Okay, that's fair.
No.
Right,
just an extended therapy session. Yeah. Ellie's confronting the pyromaniacy. Doom's confronting some exes. I assume Shaye and I have clung to the rafters and are screaming.
I was going to say, we're playing Minecraft. We're in a hole with a stick. Yeah. We're doing our best. Everyone's like, what are they doing? And you guys don't worry about that.
We don't ask.
Setting fire to burglars in Minecraft.
We just support. We don't ask about the whole.
Yeah, look, it is
let the kids
running back and forth, making wild ass noises.
That's it.
So Alien versus Predator on Xbox 360.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a slept on game. I wasn't back in my day when I was playing it, not gonna lie, the internet was something different. So I don't know if it's like a cult classic or if it's a forgotten old game, but it was just a game that I asked for Christmas and I got it and it was my very first game and I loved her to bits. You get to play the almost three separate games because you get to play the Marine, which is a human, the Xenomorph, an alien, and then the Predator. So you get to play 3 separate campaigns and that in itself just feels like you're getting such a bang for your buck. I don't know. The nostalgia really has me fogged up and I love her. So it's good times.
That game was, even for its time, I think, pretty bloody good.
Yeah. The mechanics were so smooth and it's just super satisfying every single time. Every single angle you're playing it, it's just beautiful. But now, yes, it is on Steam, and I can play in easier ways than playing tech support and plugging up my own stuff. But
would it be the real experience? Yeah, if you're not sitting there risking the ring of death to play your game,
oh my gosh,
are you really actually experiencing it?
Because like technically my Xbox actually is my friend's Xbox that I borrowed like 8 years ago that I was like, oh, do you mind if I borrow it? My brother moved out and took his 360 and he was like, yeah, like I've moved on to the Xbox One or whatever, like take mine. And I've kept it for ages. And last year I did try and give it back to him, but he's like, oh, I forgot you had it. I'm like, oh, cool, it's mine now. And so now it's just been
$100 fucking console. What?
Wow. Now it's just on my shelf.
Pyromaniac.
Yeah. Oh, I am a criminal. Do not call the police, please.
In real time.
I would like to point out, for legal reasons, Ellie is entirely joking. It's
okay.
It's all good. Yeah.
Although I have just noted down to check for police clearances in future when I am bringing on people onto the podcast as part of.
Oh, is that like forward only?
Red flashing lights. It's just background.
It's just guests, right? It's not co-hosts.
Yeah. It's moving forward, not the past, right? Cool. Love that.
Sure.
That's now. Cool. Excellent. Okay.
Fantastic. Yep. All right. Love that. Speaking of the past, Jem, what has had your eye this past week? What have you been playing? And we all know you're a BG3 gal.
Hello. Yes, I love the way you are just choke holding these rails for dear life. I adore that for you. The topics we've covered so far today, stunning. Headlock. But in the interest of cooperation, yes.
Thank you.
So I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 to the point that I was on a stream the other week and I mentioned BG3 and no joke, 4 people went, all right, and just stopped talking because they knew it would be a tirade. So I'm not going to talk about BG3. I'm going to talk about something else. Cyberpunk 2077, the other thing I won't shut about. I'm playing the DLC currently, Phantom Liberty. And it's just talk about a turnaround for a game that had at some point been given up on by the fan base. Like when it came out, rocky start for Cyberpunk, unfortunately. It was sitting on my shelf for like a year and then hopped onto it for stream. Love the hell out of it. 2.0 comes around, a whole new revitalization for a game that needed some tweaks. And then Phantom Liberty comes out of freaking nowhere. Idris Elba's there. It's like LA Noire meets like a Skyfall Casino Royale moment. It's so good and so much fun. But I'm at every turn waiting for the knife to be like put through the ribs and twisted. Because there are no happy endings in Night City. And I can guess where this story is headed, but I don't want it to go that way. So I'm reading a lot of fan fiction to pretend it doesn't.
Ah, yes, delusion.
And there we are, delusion. I am living on Delulu Island. It is me, myself, and I. We're having a great time.
No, the correct coping mechanisms. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Someone gets me.
If you don't like the ending, just rewrite it. Problem solved.
Mass Effect, perfect example.
Done. You can't get me if I don't look at it.
Honestly, I haven't finished Baldur's Gate 3. I have 500 and something hours. Haven't finished it yet, and I refuse to. Good. If I never finish it, it never ends. So really, think smarter, not harder. If I never see credits, it can never be over.
That's it.
Look, we'll probably end up in a poll of some sort. It's like, do you actually finish the games you actually love? Are you a real fan of the game if you see the credits?
Look, I've seen the Mass Effect credits about 37 times, and I still keep coming back. That's where games like Vampire Survivor come in, because I have never seen the end of that game. I never will, because it's too hard to finish.
Excellent. Darkest Dungeon.
Perfect.
Yes.
Darkest Dungeon. World of Horror. Haven't finished World of Horror. Phenomenal game if you haven't played. If you're a horror fan and like a big kind of like lover of the like 80s retro Japanese kind of films, play World of Horror. Just phenomenal stuff.
I have to write that down.
Write that down.
Wow.
They also have great merch. Not to plug the merch, but I am ordering a set of pants.
Pants?
No pants.
Because it's nice, like bespoke merchandise. Like it's nice.
Yeah, I think pants are.
It's like in your face references. Like there's nothing I love more than games merchandise that can be mistaken for like
subtle. Yeah.
Subtlety.
I've always thought that there needs to be more businesses or a business that is like subtle minimalist gaming merch, like a polo with like a really simple outline of like the battle bus. Like, you just need something that you could wear in your workplace and someone would just write it off as some obscure logo. And you can have something that's like timber in your home that's like beautiful. And if you're not a massive gamer, you just think it's decor. And if you're a massive gamer, you're like, that's beautiful. Let's move on. It's not neon. It's no like nothing crazy. You can just have a beautiful moment in your home. There needs to be more businesses like that. Because
what I'm
honestly,
hearing is we're starting a business of subtle merchandise.
Yeah, look, at this point, this season we've come up with at least 4 different business ideas already.
We need to talk to the sharks, the dragons, whatever den you're going into. Give me 20% and $1 billion, and I'll make it happen. Like, let's go.
To be honest, like you can find some of that clothing, like Black Milk, for example. They have some subtle stuff, some like really obvious stuff, but a lot of subtle stuff. And there's actually some Pokemon shops that also do it. So it'll be like silhouettes, or it'll be like the color palette and stuff like that. And like for me, I will literally wear gaming shirts into work because what are they gonna say? Oh my god, the gaming lecturer is wearing a game shirt. Shut up for me.
I will say
everybody else, you know,
it's
you
not
might want that
pinafores and frilly skirts. Get out of here.
Gaming girls wearing anything but a skirt.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I rock up in jeans and Connie's in a gamer shirt every day, and I chuck a blazer on for that little bit of professionalism. So
you're describing the attire of every like E3 attendee from like the last like 15 years.
I walked in one time, right, feeling real nice, feeling real neat. Was like, yep, cool, I'm comfy, but I look reasonably professional. Let's do this. And one of my students goes, "Wow, you really dress like a millennial." And I'm like, "Oh, gift." Okay,
because there was skinny jeans, wasn't it, Shaye? It was skinny jeans, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
You want to fight me?
If you would have,
swear to God. If me and my side part are having none of this.
I know. Okay. All right. We have bangs. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
it's the jean cut. All right.
I got relaxed ones, but I'm 3Cs too thick, and they still look skinny. So like, really, in the end, no matter what, I'm gonna look bootylicious, and they're gonna look like skinnies.
3Cs too thick.
Like they can't handle this. It's okay.
I must be at least 10 C's too thick now. To be fair, to the thickness. God, I had so many thoughts. And they just keep going out the window because it's oh my God. D&D Black Milk, excited for that next week.
I
Black
thought
Milk,
it was
if you're
this week
listening.
And was camping out at 7 a.m. And I'm like, where's the
it's next week.
April 9th.
I was so annoyed. I was talking to my bestie. We're both big Black Milk fans. We will literally pool our funds so we can get our shit. And I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna give me the preview soon, right? Yeah. And she's like, no, it's not till Wednesday. And I was like, okay, well, I'll cry a little bit, sure, whatever. So we get to Wednesday, and you know what pops up on my goddamn feed? A pricing change. I was like, no,
yes, there is a pricing change.
This isn't what I wanted. I was promised pretty garments. Give me the pretty garments.
They're now more expensive. We'll probably still
some of them
pay it.
Some of them are expensive, some of them are cheaper. So it's odd.
Their basics range is increasing in price.
But it does last you forever. So I'm like, all right with it. I've never had to rebuy anything from Black Milk, and I'm not exactly like careful with my clothing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that person. I will just sit in random places, and oh boy, that comes with a variety of surprises. But I've never had to rebuy anything. I've not broken anything. And I have 2 cats as well, and they're not... so it's pretty good.
That's claws in the seams.
Oh, dude.
Shaye, please stop giving them free advertising until they sponsor us, okay?
Right. Sorry, Black Milk, we're not allowed to talk about you anymore. Overlord Doom has said so, and so you must give me...
hang you anymore.
Yeah,
Mother has
my
said
mum says I
no.
can't play with you. She says you're not cool enough.
My mum hates your mum, and now we can't play together anymore.
But you can reach out to sponsor us, and that's okay. So I'm just like, no hinting or anything. I'm just like, we are business women, business, and we are also nerdy. So
nerdy women, we show the top part of us.
Business. On purpose.
Anyway,
as opposed to accidentally put the camera here.
I hate it here.
From now on, you may only see. Hang on, don't worry, I can fix this. You may only see.
Me. Good. Hold up, we got this. You see that regrowth? No, the zoom is good.
You can see touch my overbite. Ignore that. Ignore it.
It's adorable. We love it.
Braces and what did it get me? Nothing.
All right. Well,
Scars?
speaking of
Trauma.
has any
Speaking of
games
trauma,
you've
are
been
we? Oh,
playing
boy,
this
well.
week, Shaye, given you trauma, such as League of Legends, perhaps?
Yeah. What of it? I've been winning. No, actually, honestly,
We're giving others trauma, I see.
No, I am known as a insanely positive League streamer, which is
Insanely
odd. Yes, like I don't really tell. And like I'll get some classic gamers, yo. Like, holy shit. I will get play by play exactly how you would expect a person to have an actual mentee be in that game. Just perfectly. But don't worry, there's options. You don't have to have a mentee be. You can go for the sexism route. You can go for the hate speech. You've got options in your toxicity, and I would never want to limit you. I, on the other hand, will call you a cabbage and move on with my day. And that just doesn't sit well with people for some reason. They don't like being called a cabbage, or a smelly git, or any of the other strange things that I will apply to them. However, it amuses me and I get a giggle. So, been playing a bunch of League of Legos today. This week. Today was actually Stardew. But yeah, honestly, doing really well, winning, which is fantastic. I've gone back to playing a champion that's not like meant to be super good at the moment. She's a favorite of mine. And then I'm just murdering everyone in a really nice way. They are very dead, and it's great, and I love that for me.
Heartfelt.
I know. Hey.
We're nothing but heartfelt on here, really.
Of course. Like, I'm not sorry, and I'd do it again. But also, I hope you had a good time.
With love.
Yeah, with love.
Said with a smile. And that's what matters.
We're gonna do that heart better. But yeah, other than that, talking about old games and stuff like that, I've been playing a bunch of Stardew. As you guys know, the 1.6 update, I'm discovering so many new things still. And I talk about this every week, and you guys know I have like 700 hours on this game. I'm discovering new things. That's wild. So I'm pretty chuffed. Tell me your secrets.
Shaye, have you chugged the mayo yet?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the moment I got mayo, I was like,
sucked from the mayo?
I did, but not in front of people, which was unfortunate because apparently they have a custom interaction that's essentially just ew.
Why are you the way you are?
Yeah, but they do keep catching me rummaging in bins, and like they're not using it. All right, they're my cookies, Evelyn. Chillax. Jeez.
So what? Have they always been this judgmental, the folks of Stardew Valley?
Well, you never used to be able to chug mayo, So
this is a new feature.
For good reason.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, this was part of the 1.6 update. Like I said, very important update, full of very, very new things that we definitely needed.
I, for one, prefer chugging aioli, but anyway.
I don't know if we can make aioli. But maybe.
Pick your poison. Are we doing garlic aioli, the classic, the extra garlic aioli?
Garlic?
All of them.
Garlic, keep the vampires away. Hello.
Extra garlic aioli, unbeatable in my humble opinion.
Ladies, I have to say, I'm so glad that this podcast is not in the same room and we're via correspondence at this time, considering your
otherwise
chugging
we'd be
habits.
ordering aioli.
No, I'd be in my own room. And you could
could you imagine Gamer Girl aioli would sell so good? Again, another business idea. Chuck it in the list
to me.
Oh my god.
Shaye?
Yeah. Just I got you.
Anyway,
dude. Don't worry. No, I got you.
Oh yeah. Speaking of getting us, Shaye, and Ellie and Jem, I don't think I have been gotten so hard from April Fool's Day. Which has just gone past.
Discord and their loot boxes.
Okay.
I've got many thoughts, feelings, and you guessed it, concerns.
So I'm sure many people who are listening and in the chat now, there has been some wild times in regards to particular companies and using their fans and their consumers of their products, naivety and love against them just one day of the year to make their brand go viral. Look, I love a good strategy, don't get me wrong, but I tell you what, I was highly disappointed that some products were not going into production. Jem, tell me, you were particularly disgruntled. Tell us, babe.
So here's the thing, babe. I, generally speaking, don't take anything at face value on the day of April the 1st.
Everything is a lie.
Everything's a lie. I still don't know if Shane and Courtney from Smosh actually got married or not, or if that's just a bit. I have no idea. Anyway,
we'll never know.
There are a couple that got me. I'm going to list 3 very quickly. 1, Cyberpunk Floppy Edition. I cannot own Cyberpunk 2077 on 97,619 floppy disks. Gutted, truly. The Razer Cthulhu, the 8-arm gaming chair, revolutionizing the art of sitting down.
That looked cool.
Right? It could. They made a little ad for it and everything. It was like feeding your toast, brushing your teeth.
I could have had it scratch both my cats and feed me Mountain Dew. Okay.
The closest I was going to get to becoming one with the cryptids that I aspire to be like, gone. And the third one was the Pokemon Sleep Tournament. Not actually a real thing. Devastated. I can't compete for 8.5 hours of solid night time.
I would lose, but I'd give it a go.
I would lose. Yeah.
I would lose.
I feel like I'm so tired right now. I could do it. I think I could do it.
Yeah.
I think I could
we'll
make
cheer you
this
on.
happen.
We'll put bets on you. Like we'll chuck a bets on you. It'll be great.
I love sleeping so much. I love it.
We'll
on the rare
white
occasion
noise in there. Lavender.
Oh, just my white noise. Did you know there are whole like YouTube channels dedicated to game ambience?
Yep. Yeah. There's a whole Spotify list too. It's fucking wild.
Mass Effect game ambience is so good. I've been living.
It's good to study too.
Oh, you can't beat lo-fi tunes to study / relax too. Just incredible stuff.
I did thoroughly enjoy the
Cafe Ghibli
ones.
with rain sounds.
Cafe Ghibli with rain sounds. Stop it, Shaye.
You stop it. You.
I will be at peace.
In the best way possible.
Yes.
Delightful. Delightful. But yeah, those are the 3 that really broke my heart because I'm so excited about them.
Yeah. No, I'm the same as Shaye. Like, I don't believe anything. It's all about, like, I kind of wish they started it, like, even, like, a week before because, obviously, everyone's so busy. Like, you're not really thinking when April 1st is coming around. If they started it, like, a week before, like, was it Paxos? Like, Pax cereal? That sort of thing. Like, you could almost, like, see them create, like, pack cereal. And if they did it a week before, they'd be like, oh my gosh, we've got something exciting to tell you. And then a couple of days later, they'd be like, something edible, a merch thing. And a couple of days later, they'd be like, oh, Paxos. And then on April Fools, they announce April Fools. Like, I feel like the spirit of the prank is kind of tainted on the actual 1st. It should be like just before. And then on the 1st, you reveal like, oh no, it was just a prank. Because otherwise you see someone post something on April 1 and you're like, I know you're BSing. Like, I know it. Like, it sounds amazing, but I know it's a BS. But if it was a few days before, my little goblin brain would not be like, oh yeah, it's April 1st coming up. Babes, no, I'm thinking it's March 34th next week. Like,
I almost feel like though, that almost inspires a more negative reaction then because you are actually then going above and beyond to dupe somebody.
You are.
Whereas like posting it. Yeah, you'll get like people were really upset that the Minecraft one, which is the poison potato realm, is actually real. And there's a lot of criticism over them putting Mojang putting more effort into this update than actual like game-based updates. So it's kind of like how far do you go for a bit? Versus input versus output kind of vibes, I suppose.
Quick question about that pack cereal. Is it gluten-free?
Well, that's the question. Like, come on, celiacs need to be included. Like, let's go.
Get them in the joke as well.
I want some gluten-free options.
I really wouldn't. It's not that deep, ladies. It's not that deep.
It could be.
It could
Maybe
be.
I want a cereal.
I want to be duped. I want to be bamboozled. I want to be hoodwinked.
I was bamboozled by the chair. Okay, the chair. I was like, oh my god, that's such a cool chair. And then I was like, wait a minute, no, it's April 1st.
When I saw that ad, I dared visit the comment section, and there was a lot of things I can't repeat on here.
Keep your unholy thoughts out of my gaming chairs.
Oh no! Look, I just want to be fed and watered while I game, like the dirty gamer girlfriend when I am.
Little grapies, right? Like, you got little grapies. They like massage your little beans. It's a great time, you know. Pats cats. Everyone's happy, and I get to be at peace. Thank you.
Exactly. Mine. There was another one that caught my eye. It was the Pal World dating simulator.
Oh my god, I watched that. It was so cursed.
Very cursed.
Yeah.
Although I feel like quite relatable to some audiences, perhaps.
Oh, no, definitely understandable. It was fantastic to see all the callbacks to all the different memes I've been seeing, questionable standard. And we don't go on the Power World Reddit and we don't ever look up Rule 34. We just don't.
Value yourself. Value your happiness and health.
Yeah. Like, value yourself a little more than I do when I play League, okay? Like, set that as the minimum bar and go above.
At least yourself
matters. Yeah, exactly. Like,
It was the
would
same
Shaye do
with,
this? Yes? Don't.
It was the same with Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight also had like a dating simulator with like, you know, the trapper, and we all know he's daddy, but come on, move on. Like, we're not dating the trapper.
Is daddy?
The trapper is, I'm sorry, have you seen the trapper? The trapper is daddy. Like, daddy, sorry.
Oh my
daddy,
God.
sorry. Daddy, sorry.
I feel like it's
daddy.
Look,
sorry.
We all agree. Look, Pedro is the number one. Daddy, hold on. What's his name? What the
Pedro
what?
Pascal.
No,
I was absolutely thinking Pedro Picasso. No, that's not it.
The Dead by Daylight.
New celeb dropping. Pablo Picasso.
Pablo Picasso.
I'm leaving. I'm going. Goodbye. The cupcake's
He's from
hard.
Wish. Okay, leave him alone. It's not his fault.
We
He got
have
made.
Pablo Picasso at home.
We have Pablo Picasso at home.
Oh, G down.
Oh no, we've killed her.
Oh,
all right, guys, get the shovels out. Excellent. Oh no, she's fine. Don't worry, put the shovels away.
Look, I'm trying to Google some daddy material.
Don't Google daddy material. That
don't do that.
No. Remember when I told you
my gaming space
before? Doom,
what is he?
Come on now. I'm protecting you. You are a fragile, delicate daffodil, and I'm protecting you.
Daffodil.
Okay, fine.
Love that flower.
Yeah.
Okay. enough about daddies. Okay. So I hope so. Everyone survived April 1st without.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Maybe we should have done something, Doom. Maybe we should have done the COAGG.
Yeah. Oh no!
Tell you what we should have done. Yes, we should. We should have spoofed COAGG After Dark. We've always spoke about COAGG After Dark. We should have spoofed that because do you know what? It would have been like a crowdsourcing moment where we would see who was behind us and they'd be like, oh my God, I'm so keen for this. And we're like, April Fools. But is it really?
I mean, we could go the angry route and our next guest is just some random like alt-right dude. There you go. Just absolutely triggered everybody. And everyone else is
mental health.
Yeah.
What mental health?
That one.
I value collective. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't have any mental health left. It's boy.
Okay, I value your collective mental health. If I value it for you. I'll protect your mental health for you. I'll be the mother of mental health.
So what I'm seeing, right, is goblin power. I'm gonna be there. You're gonna be my shield with it, and I'll have a stick, and we'll just. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I love sticks.
Got it. Oh, sticks are the best.
In comparison to what?
Yeah. It's in comparison to not having a stick.
Right.
If that's the bar,
if that's the bar.
Yeah, the world has been quite clear on this.
Oh, jeez.
The de-evolution of this discussion is truly something to be studied, and I crave it. This is the kind of energy I crave.
If you like chaotic energy, Dolphin Pants really is. He really is.
Has he done it?
He did it.
He's bloody well done it, lads.
He's put my face on Thomas the Tank Engine.
You beautiful human being. I mean, Dolphin. I'm going to click on it.
There it is.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. We got the pouty lips. We got the pretty eyes.
Dolphin, you're a bloody legend, mate.
The Tank Engine. Oh my God.
Photoshop is revoked from you.
What? No more Photoshop. We need to build in 3D.
The speed of this person, someone hire them. Okay.
We have to get Dolphin like Blender lessons. Get this guy to 3D modeling.
Yes.
Nothing can stop him.
But also think of the possibilities, right? Think of all the sketchy Valentine's Day cards. I choose you, and it's just Doom's face on a train.
Stunning.
Come on. There's so many possibilities.
And Ellie's one is her face with that pyromaniac girl.
Oh,
it's like,
the fire.
You set my heart on fire.
Perfect.
You guys need to have like a sitcom like roll credits opening where it's like
Full House. It has to be Full House.
That's what
I'm just gonna come up from a hole with a stick,
the Big House. That's not right.
I'm coming out of some weird
my
spot,
personality.
out of the fridge or something, and everyone's like, "What?" And you're like, "Don't ask.
It's just a thing
It's
of mayo.
fine. It's all good."
Chuck Valley bottle of mayo.
He's like, "What's she doing?" Nothing.
Why are we back to the mayo?
COAGG
Shaye has mayo on a stick, and I'm on a train.
I could have mayo on a stick. Oh my god, I could, Doom. You're amazing.
It'd be a bit sticky. Not the pun. The pun's there, I understand. But mayo is egg. An egg is sticky, and it's on a stick.
Egg is life.
Well, it's
Technically.
also
Egg is life.
flammable, so we
Protein,
could
hello.
combine our efforts, and then it could be mayo on a stick that's on fire.
Look, I've got.
This is the greatest
Oh my God.
team 2 players I've ever seen in my life.
I'm just gonna title this episode of the podcast as "This probably could have been an email or a Slack channel."
I don't know. How do I write "stick is good" on email? Okay, like how do I put that in professional
Emojis.
sense?
I don't know.
I need it.
Okay, I'll look into it. Yeah,
My flame
Please
emoji
don't.
plus your stick emoji, Shaye, we're unstoppable.
You've got like a full on like greeting as well now.
but my stick just stick.
It's warm in here.
How does stick?
All right.
How should you do it?
Hopefully you don't bring any of those in your suitcase to DreamHack.
No.
DreamHack is a mere 22 days away. So very excited, but please do pat down Ellie and Shaye for mayo sticks and anything flammable.
Hey, 2 of those are not illegal. Well, 3 of them maybe not as well. I mean, depends what form you bring it in.
But when combined,
Still
we make
technically
a skilled
okay.
weapon. As long as it meets the height requirement.
Can it be a little height requirement?
Guys, DreamHack is coming. We're COAGG's going to be there. We haven't received any details as to whether our live podcast has been approved, and hopefully there'll be no fire. I'll do my best.
Boo.
Can't guarantee that one.
Look,
No,
I don't know
Ellie,
how much
we'll
you can.
sneak it.
Look, Ellie, if you can afford
We'll sneak.
pyrotechnics, or if you can convince
What?
DreamHack
We'll just get a lighter.
to do that. What? No, I don't think they're allowed. Darling.
No, like it's just it's a really
we'll discuss
portable.
this at the end. I think
As we speak, they are emailing security. They are locking you all down. Your tickets are getting revoked.
Oh, but they're going to send me a cute
Damn.
little pack, and I'm very excited. They contacted me today.
It's all mayo.
I hope so. Yeah, apparently it's got a little name tag.
It's all mayo themed.
Oh, I
don't
refuse.
have-
I don't
Boy
have this. Oh, it's coming in waves, Doom. It's coming in waves.
Oh,
Yeah,
Right.
because other people have already gotten theirs,
Oh
and
my
I was
God,
also
you
sitting there
guys-
being sad. So
you guys, Galaxy's in the chat. Hello,
My
she's
beautiful baby.
She is a COAGG alumni.
Ooh.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
We're stealing all the friends.
Yes, we are. And Galaxy and I may be having a Secret Squirrel project. Maybe it's very cool for DreamHack. So keep a lookout for that collab coming very soon. I was going to ask, Jem, are you going to be at the Dream Hack, hacking the
I
dream?
will not be at the hack of dreams.
No,
No, that is
Hun.
the
Soon to
incorrect
be
answer. I'm afraid.
Reduced to a pile of cinders, I assume,
Yes.
with Q3 taking the stage. Yeah, I won't be at DreamHack, unfortunately, but I will be at PAX and South by Southwest when that time
Amazing.
comes. I've got panels galore, so I will be
As
around
usual.
then. But have a
expect
wonderful
nothing
time
less.
at DreamHack, though. Oh my gosh.
We will let you know
Have a good
if
time.
it comes out unscathed. We will be fine. We will
I
let you
have
know how
full
DreamHack
faith.
fares.
It's sitting about 98%. 98% faith. Faith. Oh my gosh, I've stopped working.
In our
This is
ability to burn the place down.
Maybe
Maybe.
you interpret
Anyway,
that how you will.
Look, if Shaye, if you're, I will take no responsibility in your badge
What, you're host, though?
status.
no, you're host. You're,
no,
yeah, all
you
the
are
responsibility.
co-host.
No,
you
exactly.
have-
See, I've got this little fun co-bit, and so does Ellie. And so that means responsibility is yours.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you're going to need a letter. Okay.
A recommendation?
A letter.
Letter from your mum. Letter from
Yeah.
your guardians.
You'll
From
have
the
to write a
doctor?
letter of an apology DreamHack.
Oh, I can write very convincing apologies. That's no stress. I got you.
You can't use
Do they want it in advance?
ChatGPT or Copilot.
Make a presentation. Make a PowerPoint.
I'll be like, this is all the reasons that I'm sorry you feel that way, and I'll just go the full gaslighting route. Thank you.
Anyway, lots of very, very exciting things to look forward to in the gaming community. And you know what? Even more exciting, having incredible guests like Jem. Jem, please tell everyone who's listening and who's in the chat what you're going to be up to, and is there anything that we should be looking out for?
Hello, viewers, the past, the present, and the future. I'm GFD. You can find me at GFD on all of the social medias. Sometimes there's more E's than you'd expect. That's a fun little surprise I did when I forgot my login details. But yeah, you can find me GFD on Twitch, on YouTube, on the Twitterverse, and such and such. In terms of things to look forward to, soft launching an interview series on my YouTube channel. That's to come. In terms of stuff for like work, keep an eye out for Spawn Squad. It is already out on iView. Watch that, where we play a bunch of really cool kids and get my butt whooped with their amazing talent. And GGSP's coming back in a brand new way very soon, so keep an eye out on ABC Me and iView for that. Otherwise, I'll be on the internet talking about morally great characters doomed to break my heart.
Aren't we all?
Oh, constantly. I'm dying.
Well, thank you so much for that. Lots of content to see. Definitely check her out. I have linked her Instagram below, and all of her stuff is over there.
Thank
so
you, darling.
Can check it out. You're welcome. Thank you so much. And Ellie, what will you be up to this week?
Oh, that's a spicy question, because what day is it? Wednesday. Yeah,
just Wednesday. It's all downhill from here.
I know. I have to think of a week's worth of stuff. I don't know. I've kind of lit a fire under my tushy about playing games that I used to play as a teenager with Alien vs Predator. But I also, I'm a bit of a secondhand queen. So I've been actually trying to track down Shrek 2 on PS2 because I used to devour that game.
Yeah.
And I've contacted.
That was a great game.
Right. I might have a copy for you.
Because I've been trying to contact sellers of secondhand, and I'm like, hey, how much does postage cost? I would really love this game, but nobody's getting back to me. They're ghosting me.
Dude, I'm heading back home like over the weekend on like Friday, and I think I have a copy there. So if it's there, it's all yours.
Oh my god! And we can swap, and I can crochet you something. Like, are we a dream made in heaven?
The partnership no one expected and yet thrives.
That is it. I love it. So that's my plans now. They've been molded into something beautiful.
Dolphin, I'm expecting Ellie's head on a Shrek. Just saying, Shaye.
I thought you were going to say something else.
On a stick.
Head on
me.
A stick with mayo.
That's for Shaye.
At least I'll be with you in your hole, Shaye. It's worth it. It's fine.
You can come hang out. We have tea and cookies.
In your hole?
That wasn't what I thought you said. Stick. And then I had to have a moment of what? Continue.
Shaye.
Yes. Indeed. Yep. This week exists, and I have to exist in it. And that's just unfortunate for all of us. Oh boy, what am I doing? So I'm trying to remember the date, which is just a rough time because I do have to do some planning for DreamHack. Apparently I need to wear clothing, and it's frowned upon if I do not. But also if I wear skinny jeans, I have a side part. I'm too old. So I need to look hip or something. So I'm going to look at clothing options and also maybe get a cheeky bit of black milk, even though I'm not allowed to talk about them. The dropping things I wanted, it's D&D related, please.
Same.
But other than that, I'm going to be streaming all my usual good shiz. We're having a fantastic time at the moment, me trying to absolutely claw my ass out of iron because apparently Riot hates me still. And I'm looking for some cheeky new games. I've been recommended a game called Content Warning, and I'm quite tempted. Yeah.
We have to play together. Oh my gosh. It's so much
we can
fun.
totally play, but the catch is I get severe motion sickness from first and third person games. So we'll play right, but you'll get some really fun little noises of me just actually hurling on my keyboard. But that's cool. Don't worry about it.
You can their back.
They're presented with a cucumber. They're like, so it'll be great. But so I'm definitely looking at doing that because it looks absolutely hilarious, and I love that it's multiplayer because horror multiplayer it's peak. Okay.
How good is it?
Oh my god.
Love it.
One time I was playing a different horror game, Phasmophobia, and my friend is terrified of anything scary. She's not okay with it. I don't know how we convinced her to play the game. She hid in a corner in the kitchen and wouldn't move until I came to get her. We were in a game. She's like, Shaye, no, I can't do it. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I can't, I'm scared. And I walk in and her character is literally just at a wall.
I
got her
Phasmophobia.
out. And then the door shut and the scary thing down the fucking stairs came and got me. And I was like, thank you. And she's like, I'm sorry, Shaye, I'm not coming back. And I was like, I'm very aware. Thank you. You're lucky you're my bestie and that I adore you, or I would flip my shit. But yeah, no, anyway, so there's that. And then, of course, my business partner no longer has COVID, so our new shirt drop will be happening soon. We've just got to get our orders in and do a little test and make sure they're going to fit nicely. I can't have you guys looking shiz, okay? You'll look good. You'll be fitted. You'll be lovely. So it's going to be a good time. And then otherwise, I'm just going to do too many things and be sad. Yeah, I think, that really covers it. Yeah. Oh, and I might sleep, but I doubt it.
Look, it's clear Shaye might be in her Latil phase. It's okay, babe.
What?
Latil phase.
What's a Latil phase?
We'll talk about it later. This week,
the rails, where have they gone?
Oh, we went off those ages ago. We've been sliding on grass for a while now. I just didn't want to say anything. Got really awkward.
That's where I prefer to be, actually.
Jem, I think you've inspired me to jump into Cyberpunk. So
that's the greatest thing you could have said to me.
I think I'm going to have to do it. So expect lots of there's photo mode or like pretty picture mode or something like that. I expect that very soon. Yes, I see.
Those listening, I'm currently sitting in a Cyberpunk chair because I have exactly 0 chill.
Is it faster because it's yellow and stripy?
Always. I can spin around so fast and knock my knee on the side of the table and speed run a hospital trip.
Yay!
And apparently Gem and Galaxy met because of Cyberpunk. So there you go.
We did. The joys of streaming.
Oh, I love that. But potentially a raid love, a raid friendship, perhaps. You can see, I love that. If you are a streamer, go raid someone who's streaming the same game as you. Sometimes it's really fun.
Just me. Go stream me. It's fine. Actually, no. I always raid other people. No one raids me because I finish at funny times. Oh no, it's not a bad thing. It's just because I literally stream at a weird time, and then I end up always raiding other people. So when they finally can raid me, they're like, "I fucking got you!" And I'm like, "It didn't have to be so angry."
I'm so bad with raiding. I am so like technologically inept that I'm on OBS being like, I think I'm raiding someone, and then it just doesn't, and I'm literally like paused in my own screen. I'm like, y'all still here, hey? Yeah, right.
Bye, guys.
See you later. And I just have to leave because I just can't do it. Like, I don't know. Y'all know too many techie buttons on this thing called a keyboard.
I just do /raid and I copy the person's name in, and that is the extent of my knowledge. Otherwise, my mods take care of pretty much everything.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't know why it doesn't work. Yeah, I really do. I'm with Ellie on that. Anyway, speaking of endings, this is the end of the podcast. Once again, thank you to our lovely guest,
Ellie. Stop celebrating.
And the chat. Thank you to everyone listening on Spotify, and we will see you next week for another episode of Confessions of a Gamer Girl. Bye.
Wait, we're doing our stick thing?